It is with great pleasure that we announce the launch of Glenn Beck's brand new New York City-based online network, GBTV. The timing might sound weird, but it is with some pleasure that I announce that Glenn Beck, who launched a New York City-based online network just 2 months ago, has decided to move to Dallas, Texas. It is with pleasure that, per the orders of Glenn Beck, we announce that we are changing the name of our New York and Texas-based online network from GBTV to The Blaze.
Is it a gay rights network?
No.
Is it for pot smokers?
No.
Is it for firefighters?
All valid questions, but no. I'm excited to announce that Glenn Beck's exclusively online network, The Blaze, is also now on Dish Network, which is not online. So we are now officially an offline and online network, right? It is with a certain measure of trepidation that I make you aware that Glenn Beck has announced the launch of American Dream Labs.
Is it related to his TV network?
I don't know. It is with a lot of confusion that I announce that Glenn Beck had a high fever last night, and during the course of said fever, chose to rename American Dream Labs to Good Luck Captain Deny Winter Dreamscape, which may be an online network, an offline network, amusement park, or denim clothing line, but certainly is a string of words. Nobody knows. It is with a terrible sense of dread and foreboding that I announce that we are now called the Cincinnati Fart Factory. Now, before you ask any questions, I'm going to come right out and tell you that no, we do not know what Cincinnati Fart Factory means. Yes, we are aware that the human body is, in some sense, a fart factory. And yes, this is probably something else. And no, it's our hope that it doesn't have anything to do with the manufacture or distribution of farts.
Will it be based in Cincinnati?
That's a great question. No. Estoy hablando en español porque no quiero que sepa Glenn Beck lo que estoy diciendo. Necesito tu ayuda. Por favor. Cincinnati Peo Fabrica es actualmente una Peo Fabrica. Es como Indiano de Bond, pero con planes más locos. Por favor, ayúdame. ¿Alguien? ¿Alguien?
¿Puedo ocultar el lavado de mi auto?
Oh, que Dios te bendiga.
The BS of A with Brian Sack.
Good evening and welcome to the first episode of 2013 of the BS of A. I'm your host, Brian Sack. Now, since the new year is all about starting fresh, I thought it would be fun to have two freshman congressmen on to share their New Year's resolutions, the personal ones. Please welcome Republican Todd Sladen of Arizona and Democrat Jay Hutterman of Wisconsin.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, thank you for coming. All right, first off, congratulations on your election to Congress. You guys really have your work cut out for you.
Yeah. Well, the bar is set so low, we're practically tripping over it. It's exciting to be one of the new guys.
Yeah, it really is. We're excited to make a difference and to hopefully try and change the culture in Washington a little bit.
Well, it sounds great. Good luck. All right, now, on a personal note, what are your New Year's resolutions?
Well, I'd like to lose a little bit of weight.
And I'm trying to spend some more time with my kids.
Okay, that sounds great.
Unfortunately, I can't support my own New Year's resolution because of the whole abortion protest thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
Oh, well, our personal New Year's resolutions are subject to congressional approval.
Yeah, there's a little known fact about Congress that as soon as you call something a resolution, then everybody has a say, which is why I attached an amendment to Jay's New Year's resolution that defunds Planned Parenthood.
Wait a second. So if he wants to spend more time with his kids,
Then he's got to shutter them clinics.
Yeah, by the time it made its rounds, my New Year's resolution had over 1,000 pages, and all references to my family were stricken from it. So I had no choice but to vote against spending time with my family.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awful.
Yeah, Crimea River, okay? Jim Moran from Virginia got a hold of the Todd Sladen Drops 15 Pounds Act, and it's now going to cost American taxpayers $1.7 billion.
If we don't help the victims of Superstorm Sandy, you don't lose weight, bro.
God, what happened to you guys? I mean, you used to be fresh and pure.
9 days in Congress happened to us, Brian.
Grover Norquist has my kids, that bastard.
Don't you dare speak ill of the master.
Jeffy, if you could see this, your mother and I love you very much. I'm sorry.
You can see your kid again if you'll just vote against a ban on assault rifles.
All righty. So much for a fresh start. We'll be right back.
When the United States goes bankrupt in 2013, only one thing will keep America's enemies at bay.
You maggots make me sick! You will not leave this base until you are merciless, killing machines! When you get a chance, please visit my Etsy shop.
That's so funny because it's my first online date ever, too.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, a friend told me, oh, you've got to sign up for online dating. So I did so without even thinking about it.
I love impulsiveness.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, if you like impulsiveness, you're going to love me.
Welcome. Thanks so much for coming. May I start you off with something to drink?
Yeah, do you have a Cabernet by the glass?
We actually have a Stag's Leap.
2 of those, please.
Oh, do you want to know how much it costs?
Not necessarily.
Okay, here are our menus.
Don't need menus. I think we know what we want.
Oh, I don't know what they have.
Look at her all wanting to read the menu. Listen, let's not think too much about this, okay? What are your specials?
Well, the special tonight is a risotto.
2 of those, please, and the check.
Okay.
I guess you're one of those folks who gets caught up in all the details, huh?
You mean reading menus? Yeah, I usually read my menu.
Well, where I work, we say reading, please.
That's weird. Where do you work?
I'm a U.S. Senator.
Oh, no. You must love your job, right?
Oh, I love my job. In fact, I took some work here with me. They handed this bill to me on the way out.
Whoa.
And now I'm going to sign it.
Oh, neat. How long did it take you to read all that?
I didn't read it. Now it's a law.
So what does it say?
You know what? I don't know. But somewhere down here, there is $20 million for my state to study the feasibility of delivering pizza with Predator drones.
Okay, well, just give me an idea what it says, like, generally.
You ask a lot of questions. Are you Anderson Cooper?
No, I'm not Anderson Cooper. Okay, the Legalization of Arson Act of 2013?
Oh, damn. The devil's in the details, isn't it? Well, I guess you win some and you lose some.
Dad.
Oh, son.
Hey, sorry to interrupt your affair. Do you think I could have $30,000 like right now?
I don't know. Can I ask what for?
No.
All right, how much?
$50,000.
$1,000.
Okay. Ooh. Coke binge.
I'm sorry to dawdle, but I was distracted by my rather pretty dinner
Okay,
companion.
that can't have been a good decision.
Well, you know, it was hit or miss for a minute, but I felt like I had to make a decision very quickly.
You hear him say Coke binge?
I did.
Okay.
And in retrospect,
Yeah.
I wish I had known that first.
Maybe next time you think before you act.
You think of everything.
Okay, in the 2 minutes we've been here, you've ordered for us blind, you've given your teenage son $50,000 for a Coke binge, and you've accidentally legalized arson. Not a good date.
Lady I'm on a date with,
Nope.
you enchant me.
Please don't look at me like that. Nope.
Will you marry me?
No. I'm just gonna say no.
Okay, have your check here.
You know what? Why don't you put that on my corporate card?
That card was extremely declined.
Let me see if I can get my debt limit raised. Welcome back. I'm joined today by 3 experts to discuss the issues of the day that are of interest to me. My first guest was the executive in charge of this company's failed attempt to buy Current TV, which was ultimately purchased by Qatar news outfit Al Jazeera. Please welcome Mercury Radio Arts executive Bill Sherman.
Thanks for having me, Ben.
Brian, thank you for coming. My next guest is an old friend of the show who is the first person to ever return for a second appearance on this panel. Please welcome long-haul trucker Kay-Ann Squirt Higgins.
Hey, Brian, I want to say thank you, and I feel real excited to be back.
I'm glad to have you back. You've been busy delivering, what was it, Fage yogurt, right? That was.
I have a little bit of a legal situation with Fage Greek yogurt, so I'm working for the Pirates brands, driving Pirates Booty,
Okay.
Original Tings, potato flyers all across the country.
Snack foods.
It's a great company, great snack food.
And since I couldn't find anyone else this week, I went out and found my final guest on a sidewalk near the studio as he was being peed on by a bull terrier. Please welcome a discarded Christmas tree.
What?
What?
Wait, I was booked on this show.
Well, I mean, you were booked.
Hey, I'm having a rough season, all right? Give me a break. Be nice.
I'm sorry.
I have a lot of strong opinions.
No, and I'm glad to have you. I wanted to have a tree on the show to discuss things.
I kept this last bulb on here because I wanted to be on TV with it.
You call them bulbs?
This bulb here, my little ball.
The ornament.
Bulb.
Okay.
What, are you the expert?
Oh, I
This
don't
is
know.
the one thing I know about, bulbs.
I didn't know they were called bulbs. I always called them ornaments. You guys call them ornaments?
I mean, I try not to celebrate Christmas because it reminds me of sad stuff, so I'm really not. You smell great, though.
Thank you.
All right, listen.
Thank you, Squirt.
I was on a bus the other day with my kids, and I looked up and I saw a sign for selective service, the draft folks. It says, remember, if you're a male between the ages of 18 and 26, you need to sign up for selective service. And I started thinking about it. Why do we even have a draft? I mean, do we need to have a draft, Bill?
Well, yeah, I mean, in case of war, right? Like,
We're in 2 wars. I mean, we've had plenty of wars. We haven't had a problem getting folks to join the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You know?
well, I think they're worried about the big one. The selective service is not. You got to be really careful about stuff like that. The other day, I was at my ex-wife's house. My ex-wife's new husband has this awesome car. He has a Dodge Viper, and I asked him if I could drive it, and he said I could if I, did their lawn. I did their gardening and stuff.
Okay.
So I was over there, and I was like, man, I really wish I hadn't gotten into this.
Yeah.
And he was like, he kept offering me lemonade stuff, and I think it was, I don't know, it was bad. So I would not submit. I mean, you would have to draft me into the Army is my point.
Gotcha. I understand. So, I mean, don't you think, if the country's worth fighting for, you would actually just enlist if there was a big life-threatening or country-threatening war?
I mean, there's lots of stuff you would do for the country that I'm glad other people are doing and not me.
Okay.
Like, garbage collection.
Squirt, what do you think?
Well, I've been trying to work on my pacifism recently.
Okay.
I'm naturally a really angry person, okay? I've punched more men in my life than most men, okay? And,
You're a woman?
yeah.
Oh.
So I've been working on my feminine side, which is why I got my new jeans. They're
Okay.
a slimmer fit than I'm used to. So I want to say to the selective service, no, thank you.
Okay.
Because, I don't.
Well, here's a thing.
What?
You don't even have to say no thank you because the selective service is only for males between the ages of 18 and 26. So there's another thing. In the age of anti-sexism and equality and everything, how come it's only men that have to sign up?
Wait, you're telling me I can't sign up
You
even if
cannot.
I want to?
No.
I'm going to call someone.
Exactly.
And I'm trying not to get angry, but I'm getting real angry right now, Brian.
I'm sorry. Christmas tree, what do you think?
First off, as a tree, I have both sexual organs,
Uh-huh.
and I sort of, just drop cones wherever I may.
Okay.
So I think anyone's ready to do it. But I was drafted into service for your holidays,
Okay.
Christmas,
Okay.
Right.
and look at me, I was growing just fine, and here I am dying on your little studio here.
But
We're
you
all
serve-
dying. We're all dying.
You served a purpose.
Good point.
You brought beauty into someone's home in Manhattan somewhere? or-
Yeah, that's fine, but I don't believe in tree incarnation. I don't believe in another way forward. Is there another holiday with a tree coming up?
Not that I'm aware of.
Don't you burn all the trees on Guy Fawkes Day or something?
Yeah, they can have a big bonfire if that's what you're hoping
Oh,
for.
sure. Well, get me involved in that. Get me involved in the tree burning on Guy Fawkes Day.
Is it-
There's a whole number of months before then, too. November 5th.
sorry.
I'm dying.
I'm sorry.
I was chopped down for your holiday, and I'm dying. Someone water me.
I'll get-
I'm literally dying. I'm
okay.
drowning in front of you.
Can we get him some water? Okay. We're going to take
I'm
We'll
on
get you
it.
some water. We'll take a break. This week's Under the Table sponsor is genealogygems.com. With genealogy expert Lisa Louise Cook's help, you can find your place and your family's place in history. Now, she's got a brand new book, Turn Your iPad into a Genealogy Powerhouse. Her free podcast is available on iTunes as well as her website and already has 1 million downloads, so you can see what you've been missing out on. And if you or your business would like to be a sponsor, email sponsorthebsofa@theblaze.com. We'll be right back.
My family all lives in the same house, so I don't need a genealogist. I know it.
All right. Release the Predator drone.
Kill, go.
We find one guy over there with a bee allergy. Things are paying for themselves.
And now, the Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week.
I don't know what I'm doing with a farm.
The Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week was brought to you by Lisa Louise Cook's genealogygems.com. Let Lisa help you find your place and your family's place in history. Use promo code BLAZETV to save 30% on a premium membership.
I've always been fascinated by genealogy, especially on my mother's side. I didn't know much about her family because she died when I was young.
Mumsy, I dropped my favorite toy in the wood chipper.
I'll get it for you, my angel.
What does this button do, Mumsy?
Let go! No! You little white-haired murderer!
Mommy, I'll put you back together, Mommy.
I came across Lisa Louise Cook's Genealogy Gems podcast, and that really helped me explore my mother's family's history. I learned that my grandfather James was an English drunk who impregnated a miserable Irish Catholic woman named Elizabeth. And great aunt Barnacle, she was insane. I learned so much I thought it would be great if I began tracing the roots of my friends and coworkers for fun.
Brian, this says that my real name isn't Matt Fisher, it's Omnicron. And I was born into a serial killing cult family, and at 6 months old was the sole survivor of an ATF raid on their compound?
It was great being able to bring people's rich and vibrant history to life.
Wait, you found a photo of my great-grandmother?
Yeah, turn the page.
Oh my God!
But she had leprosy, so I mean, that's where the nose would have been. Lisa also wrote a book called Turn Your iPad into a Genealogy Powerhouse, which is what I did.
Oh, you know, that is so funny. My boss also hates communists.
Ben,
so you
Ben,
go to the Nile.
Ben, look!
No,
look!
no,
I
Brian,
traced your
please.
ancestry. It's awesome. You come from a long line of Jewish elite. Lisa says she'll help you find your place and your family's place in history, and she means it.
My wife is also my sister? Well, that explains why the baby only has 35 recognized chromosomes. Oh, she's awake. Hi. Hi.
Lisa Louise Cook's Genealogy Gems podcast is a gem itself. And you don't have to take it from me. Take it from the person I've learned is my grandmother.
For the last time, I'm not your grandmother. Lisa Louise Cook's fantastic and free Genealogy Gems podcast. Visit her on the web at genealogygems.com.
Are you sure, Nana?
You killed her. You killed my daughter.
Go military!
Sergeant for Valor in Combat, I present you with this medal.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Just gonna take that back. Sergeant for Valor in Combat, I present you with this medal. Congratulations. Still gonna need that back.
And we're back with Bill, Squirt, and discarded Christmas tree.
Tree, just regular tree.
Regular tree.
Not discarded.
Listen, this White House petition thing, you can petition the White House for a variety of grievances, get Piers Morgan out of the country, or Westboro Baptist Church, or secede from the Union. So if you could petition the government, and you can, but what would you like to see successful as a petition?
Well, I'm sort of in the middle of this thing right now where I started a petition on whitehouse.gov to have my wife's birthday made into a national holiday. I didn't even think it would go anywhere, but just as like a nice thing. And like as I was hitting send, she obviously left me, and you know, she had been cheating on me for a long time with a rogues gallery of people. And then it turned out they found out on Reddit or whatever, it became a big joke, and now it made the threshold.
So we have a national holiday now that's your wife's birthday, or your ex-wife, I guess, soon to be.
I hope. I mean, I'm trying to. I think I love her so much that I think that I can
Seems like a terrible betrayal if a rogues gallery
When she
of
finds out about the petition, though, like I think that
might win her over.
Here's hoping, man. She knows all my bank codes and stuff.
Dear,
I want to say, if I know ladies, and I know ladies, you got to let her go, man. You got to have a little bit of self-respect.
Honestly, that's that's the route I would take. I
You
think.
know?
People always say you have to have self-respect,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's necessary. That's not automatically true.
Okay, Squirt, what's a White House petition you would like to see?
I mean, why isn't there a Trucker Appreciation Day, Brian? That's my question.
Okay.
How do you think that these mugs got to you here?
From a boat from China.
really
that
makes
brought
you
it
think.
over?
No, a trucker probably brought them, okay?
picked up-
Probably.
And how do you think this stupid dead tree got to you? Probably on a truck, okay?
Okay.
Call me stupid.
And I'm just saying,
So Trucker Appreciation
I
Day,
would
that-
like to be appreciated.
I think that could get 25,000 signatures.
At least.
Trucker
Does that mean I
Appreciation
get a
Day.
call from Michelle Obama? Because remember, I met her last time I was
That's
here.
right.
She's a nice lady.
You liked her. I remember that. Tree, what would you like to see as a petition?
Oh, well, first off, why are you writing on what amounts to my skin? You
think-
use paper? You a paper user?
I think
I
they're
mean-
internet petitions, Tree.
Well, what they printed at some point probably to keep on record in the
Probably.
Library of Congress,
In all
which is a
honesty.
graveyard in my mind.
Okay.
What if I wrote on human skin and passed that around to my friends and said, sign this for some dumb idea that no one, if I could move, I would roll right over there and poke your faces. My little pines.
So should we assume that you would probably petition to have trees not turned into paper?
Well, you guys celebrate like human Christmas. There's a holiday called Tree Christmas. I don't want to get that to be a national holiday, nationally recognized holiday.
And what is Tree Christmas?
We invite a human to stand in our living room naked, and we drape him up in a bunch of dumb
You
and then
convince a human to do that?
we make a human
That
do it.
sounds
And then we
illegal.
let them die. We let them die in our little living room.
That sounds horribly illegal.
That's murder.
Quite honestly.
Huh? Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's illegal. That's illegal. But it's so fine to have a tree stand in your living room to hold your presents. I don't even get to hold them. They're underneath me.
Okay,
It's like putting a present under your ass.
Trees do not have laws. I mean, there's no legal.
Oh,
system
don't
for
we?
trees.
Well, we will. I will see it in my lifetime.
You know what? I don't think you will. Guys,
Hey.
can we lose the tree?
Wait, hey, no. Come on, man. Please, no. Come on. I have a lot to live for. I have ideas. I have so many ideas.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's all the time we have for this BS of A this week. Like us on Facebook, love us on Twitter, and join us next week for a brand new episode of the BS of A. I'm Brian Sack, and I approve this message. Good night. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Is that a wood chipper?
Yeah.
He's not happy.
Is there any kind of thing that will prevent you from sticking your head into that wood chipper?
No, just
What
common
model
sense.
is that? 'Cause I've got one at home. What model wood chipper is it?
It's a rental.
Coke binge.
Want to sponsor the BS of A? Just email sponsor the BS of A at theblaze.com for details. Millions of people can see this ad, so hurry up before the network catches on.